Hello everyone and welcome back to what might be the best F1 game of 2025. Yes, today we are jumping in to an all-new game called Formula Legends. A massive thank you to their team for sending me out an early copy, or an early preview build of this game, I should say. Now, they sent this out to me. I explained to them I was currently in the middle of moving house, and they went, look, if you get a chance to play it, let us know your thoughts and feelings. If not, then don't worry. But I thought today, well, now I'm all hopefully getting set up, that we can dive in and have a look what this game is all about. Of course, it's kind of meant to combine like Art of Rally and a few of the other arcade titles, but it's meant to kind of take you through time and kind of the story of Formula 1. I'm sure there might be some ever so slight licensing issues, but we'll wait and see as to how we get on with it. Yeah, I genuinely got no idea what to expect with this game. This is going to be my very first time playing it. To be honest, this is kind of a little bit of a test recording to make sure everything's working as well in the new office. But yeah, hopefully if this game's good, make sure you get yourself subscribed. Click that join button as well if you want early access to future videos as well. But without further ado then, let's see what this game is all about. As you can see, we've got a few different options. There's build mode, obviously, story mode even, I should say, at the top. Remember, this is a demo. This game is still a work in progress, so we won't have access to everything. So story mode, that's definitely going to be something I want to dive with in the future. Showroom, you can take a look around, obviously, all of the cars. Obviously, your in-game settings, fairly kind of normal stuff, I guess, will run kilometers in this game. You can see you've got your fairly normal kind of settings, everything like that. This game probably will run in 4K, but I think for these style games, you don't kind of want to up the resolution too high and then potentially kind of hamper everything else. So we've got custom mode or time attack inside the game that we're able to play. As you can see, we've either got the option of the Belgian Grand Prix. There's actually some different layouts though, I think. Yeah, look at that. So 3 different versions of the Belgian Grand Prix. So we've kind of got the classic, we've got the modern, and the vintage layout. So I think we're going to dive in with the vintage now. As you can see, obviously all of the different cars inside the game as well. I'll make sure I move my mouse cursor out of the way there. We've got the mid-70s F1 car, so kind of your Lotus 79s, that kind of thing. You have got, what else have we got? We've got we've got just lots of options of mid-70s cars. But I believe they're the only ones I've got access to at the moment, unless I'm being really stupid. No, I think, yeah, it is only the mid-70s that we've got at the moment. Mickey Laura, Jean Lafitte, or Lafette even, Tommy Pride, Jim Hunter, Carl Ruttman, Jack Eggs, and Vincenzo Bambria as well. So some great alternate names inside the game. As you can see, all of them do come with ever so slightly different stats as well. So, for example, let's have a look. So, first of all, whilst first speed and acceleration increased there for Mickey Laura, of course, otherwise known as Nicky Lauda. We've also got full throttle maximum speed increase for Jim Hunter. Swift swerve, steering enhanced there on Carl Ruttman's car. And then, last but not least, yeah, no other kind of special bonus perks for anybody else then. Well, here we are then at the Ardennes GP. Like I said, this is going to be kind of our first quick little drive. And I must admit, immediately, the graphics kind of giving you that cool retro vibe. It's not a top-down racer. You are following the car, which, honestly, for me, I kind of prefer. Just because kind of the top-down ones break my brain. I might have forgot what the brake button is. What is the brake? We go there, no idea why I was struggling so much with the brake, but hopefully now we go through Eau Rouge Radion for the first time there. That looks it probably gives you actually a slightly better perception of the gradient here than in modern Formula 1. But you know, as always with these kind of games, yeah, licensing, they always do a very, very kind of interesting way to get around all of that. But this looks just gorgeous at the moment. You can see kind of the dirt getting on the tyres, everything like that. And I'm trying to just throw the car around. Of course, these mid-70s cars are a little bit, you know, they struggle to rotate as well as a modern-day Formula 1 machine will go. But we've also got 3 little stats at the moment. Now, I expect they are fuel, tyres, but I've got no idea what the heart one is. Is that damage on the car if it gets down to 0? Maybe we'll find that out in a race in just a moment there. It's seen track limits. Clearly, we've got some brutal track limits inside this game as well. But immediately, though, yeah, feels very good fun. You have just got to get a little bit used to the braking. Is there a bit of smart steering on? I think there might be. Let me just see. No, I don't think it is. I think it's almost like it's got rear wheel steering, though. Just kind of a little bit of an input as well there. So that is a little bit peculiar. But again, it's probably just me having to try and get used to it and everything like that. Here we go then. Changing the camera angle. Look how far out you can zoom. Get really far away. Oh, there you go. So it does then come in really close to the camera shot as well. So I want to see how close I can get to first place Dan, who's currently done a 42.917. I want to get within, I think, 5 seconds of his lap time. Submit, yeah, even just the little background music as well is very cool. It's just, you know, I really do feel like arcade and retro games are making a comeback, especially in the sim racing space at the moment, or the racing game space, I should say. You know, I'm still struggling with turn 1. Eau Rouge, I can just, like, get nailed now, I feel like, around here. But how on earth someone has done a 42.917? I know on, I think it was, I want to say it was Art of Rally. There was, like, some proper, like, not Art of Rally, one of the other ones. There was, like, some proper kind of leagues that were set up and things like that. I know we had a lot of fun on a couple of those kind of older style arcade games as well. You know, and I'd love to do a lot more of them. Kind of hopefully now, if I've got a little bit more free time on my hands, you know, out of F1 25, then definitely want to jump in with more of these games. There we go. First proper lap time I've done, I believe, is a 48.9. So 6 seconds away. 652nd in the world, though. That's not bad going, I suppose. Definitely at least another couple of seconds to find easily. I would also say this car sounds absolutely fantastic as well, you know. Again, it's not ear-piercing or anything like that, but it is so fun kind of racing some of these retro cars. I cannot wait for kind of, the full game to come out. And hopefully then we'll be able to kind of experience all of the cars available inside the game as well there. A little bit of a mistake through the final corner. I'm going to do one more lap, and then we'll head into a race. I mean, this might well be the biggest arcade racer that's come out in the last couple of weeks. Definitely can't think of anything that might be releasing on the Nintendo Switch too. But anyway, at the final corner then, what's the time gonna be? 48.3. That's gonna put us 579th. So inside the top 600, I'm fairly happy with that. I can definitely see myself getting like a 46, maybe even a 45 if I really got some practice in. But it is great, the fact it's kind of easy to pick up, but if you want to nail it, it is going to take a lot more work. I mean, look how many different random bits and, you know, options you've got to tweak and change as well. Obviously, at the moment, you've only got race or tutorial mode, but they're also going to be adding a championship mode to the game as well. Obviously, we've still only got the Belgian circuit, but you can set qualifying laps. You've got ABS, traction control, WRS, I think is, I don't know whether that's rear wheel steering or something else. But so many different options inside the game as well. If we take a look, obviously, heading through, I think we're going to do a race on the classic version of Spa, just because it's the longest inside, or the Ardennes GP, I should call it. But there's even changeable weather. I mean, I assume that's going to affect grip and things like that. Annoyingly, I can't test it at the moment. But how much detail is in this game? I think, though, for this one, we're going to have to try and race as Carl Ruttman. I just cannot see myself being in a situation where I'm leading for very long. Oh, we've got other cars. I don't know why it wasn't working earlier on, but we've got access to other cars. So, as you can see, we've got 3 options at the moment, I believe. So, mid-70s, like we already went through. Early 90s. So, we've obviously got Alain Proust's, not Ferrari. Byron Renner's, not McLaren. Nick Mandel's, not Williams. And then Gelson Pasquire. Silvio Modenese, I don't know. Nick Mackinnon, that's pretty funny. And then Martini Pierluigioni as well. That I think for this one, then, we're going to race Byron Renner's, not McLaren. For this classic race. Well, here we are then, back at the Ardennes GP. Obviously, even the circuit's been updated loads to make it look more modern. And listen to the sound of that car. Even the dash is different as well for like your speed and your gearing. It's so cool, just like the subtle little changes. You know, they could have just left it with like one HUD inside this game. Ow! That was not ideal. Straight into the inside wall down at turn 1. But, I mean, yeah, even the car obviously feels a lot quicker as well. You can hear what, I mean, that V12 engine, proper curbs up through a Rouge Rally on again. What's the top speed going to be, though? We're able to get 300 out of the first car. There goes 300. It's going to be about 200 miles an hour before we get on the anchors. And you can feel they've definitely got a bit more grip through the corners as well. Now, where am I going through this section of the lap? Luckily, we've got this one qualifying lap on before we head into the races. Oh, no, I've invalidated. I've invalidated, but we've got this long, flowing corner as well. Through the right-hander then. Nice and tidy. I mean, yeah, you can carry so much speed in this car. We'll trim the chicane just a little bit. And through the final corner as well then. I mean, yeah, this car definitely obviously feels a lot quicker. And that's going to be about a 55-second lap time. We end up 7th on the grid. I assume there's only 7 of us here. There we go. With the lap time, we weren't too far away either. It looks like loads of drivers got done for corner cutting as well. So, okay, we'll head into the race. Look at that, a little grid preview as well then. As we get ready for the start of the race, we've either got the option of hards or wets. I think we're going to stick with the hards because it isn't meant to rain in this GP. No idea how we're meant to launch the car. We nailed it apparently. So I'm not going to complain on that. As round the outside in towards turn 1 we'll go on a couple of our competitors. And I've been immediately speared. Just immediately got T-boned in towards that first corner there. But through a Rouge. We're going to give this guy a bit of a push. See a little bit of contact there. Debris getting flicked up. I've got to be a bit careful that we don't end up with too much carnage. The slipstream effect you get in the wake of the car in front is very aggressive, so I'm going to have to try and get used to that as best as I can as well here. But as we try and throw the car down through in Sector 2, you can see the leader already building up a little bit of a gap. I believe it was the fake Minardi that has stolen pole here. Now, there are obviously a few subtle differences between the cars, but you're not going to see like a 5-6 second a lap difference between your front runners and everybody else. It's a 10-lap race as well. So at least, you know, it's not like a 3-lap, 2-minute blast. Oh! It maybe misjudged the braking in towards someone. There was, there's carnage! There was carnage on the inside. Plenty of contact between your other drivers as well. So this is really interesting. I think, yeah, tyre wear and fuel is off, as we are going to get a warning for exceeding track limits. I don't know whether if you gain an advantage too many times, whether the AI might give you a penalty or something like that. But I guess I don't really want to find out. It's over the jump. I mean, that is huge down there. Ow! I made just a little bit of contact and the car gets flung around. Still just ahead of our teammate, not Gerhard Berger. It's picking up plenty of warnings. Is it 3 warnings and then you get a penalty? I've got no idea. Round the outside, there's still a car abandoned on the inside of turn 1. No idea what's going on there, whether they're stuck or whether they've now been able to rescue themselves, but it definitely, I mean, it's always fun in these kind of games, isn't it, when the AI are making mistakes, causing their own little bit of carnage as well, but tucked up in the slipstream then, you can see the speed advantage you get. That was about 210 miles an hour by the time we got down to the corner. Shame I still can't slow the car down in towards the braking zone, but our leader though, I don't think there's too much rubber banding. There's definitely a little bit, but not enough that it seems utterly ridiculous through the corners. But I mean, it is brilliant fun just trying to kind of get the car balanced. Like I said, there's a playable demo at the moment that you guys can jump on as well. If you're on PC, I would highly recommend giving it a go. Try and get around the outside out of the final corner. We're up to 7th. Come on. 1.5 seconds up on my personal best there as well. We followed the guy in front who's made a mistake down at turn 1. And we will again lose another spot. I think we're right. No, that's Mackinnon, isn't it? So not our teammate. Obviously, it was Byron Renner's teammate in 1993, of course, for a couple of races right at the end of the year. But, just there making our way through. Down the inside, that was a big dive. And look at that, I mean, the AI, they're definitely being kind of a little bit non-aggressive with you. You know, if you move in front of them, they will usually back out of it. But, almost nailing turn 1 for the first time there. But we got a 5-second gap to our leader as we get towards half distance. The AI are definitely cutting up through a Rouge and Rally on those, so I'm expecting them to maybe pick up some warnings as well, as can we see 342 kilometers an hour. That's, you know, like I said, that's got to be up around 210 miles an hour. And, you know, you just cannot then scrub the speed off into the corners. Battle for the podium, though, going on. Can we try and muscle our way to the inside? Yes, we can, but far too optimistic. Ow! Just getting completely turned. Clearly, the AI didn't like that. Well, that was like Senna and Prost all those years ago back at Suzuka. Clearly, there is beef in this game. AI are pitting. AI are into the pits. So clearly, maybe struggling on their tyres then as we get over half distance here. But strategy as well. Going to definitely be a big element inside this game. You know, if you enable the tyre wear and the damage, of course, I assume obviously you can kind of repair your hearts inside the game. As you get 3 warnings, and then every warning after that is just, or every track limit is just a penalty after that. As that was an audacious dive bomb down the inside, but again, we made it work. I'm going to attempt to do the no-stop strategy here, but yeah, more and more AI are diving in. A few of them. Oh, well, hello? I just went through that guy. It's a work in progress. It is still a work in progress, but that was quite funny. Oh, no. 2 penalties up through a Rouge and Rally on. That's ridiculous. Trying just to stay out of trouble as best as I can, but it is not working for me. That's the slingshot effect you get. I've actually kept it on the circuit that time round. Almost completely wiped someone out in the process, but is our leader actually going to pit in this race, or is he trying to get right the way through to the end? That guy just is invisible. I got no idea why, but that one car is definitely invisible here. That is very odd. Oh, leaders in! Leaders in! I think we're going to have to do a pit stop. I've got to see what they're like. So there we go, finding a new PB then. 3-second improvement over my last one. So we're definitely starting to get our eye in a little bit more. I'd love to see what some quick guys are doing inside this game. But I would assume as well, obviously, yeah, with the tyre wear on and everything like that, you will obviously notice a lack of grip. The car will slide around a lot more and everything else. Sadly, I think my 7 seconds of penalties are going to come back to haunt me by the end. They're definitely starting to get my eye and definitely able to kind of position the car where I want to now. But into the pit lane we will go then. Let's see what it's like. So obviously we've got the option to pick the new tyres. I mean, the car models do look fantastic, don't they? A great balance of kind of still looking realistic. Oh, I've got to press buttons. Oh no, I didn't realise that. Oopsie daisy. Messed up one of those at least. There we go. Eyes forward now then. One more lap to go with this race, and I think we've whipped out a ridiculous undercut as the autopilot is going to remove itself. And one more lap to go then. We are up in P1. Got to try and get the tyres up to temperature though, everything like that. But my 8 seconds of penalties, could we still get a podium by the end of this race? Right, when I said 8 seconds, I meant 9 seconds. I think that might be the end of our proper race here. 10 seconds of penalties. Oh, I've not kept it clean. Corner cut, it's always, track limits have never been my strong point. But across the line, it is going to be P1 on the road. Byron Renner will take victory here at Spa. Absolutely fantastic. Will we get a look at our final results before we head back to the main menu? Here we go. What on earth is this? Did we become P3? Became P2 in the end still, somehow. Oh, everybody else had penalties. I had no idea the other cars picked up penalties as well there. So, definitely I would say if they can, like, add that so you can see it inside the game as well there. But annoyingly, it meant we were only a second away from the victory. Silvio Medenze didn't even manage a clean lap in that race, which is ever so slightly alarming as well. But thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like. Massive thank you to the team as well over at Formula Legends as well for providing me with early access to the game. But yeah, we'll be back very soon with more Formula 1 content.